I don't want to have to hurt you.
But I do want to hurt you. Real bad.
Hey everybody, this is Bob Bedore for SLC Nerds 31 Screams, and today I'm taking a look at the new movie, Becky. Now, Becky, starring Lulu Wilson, and it stars Kevin James. That's right, Kevin James, the King of Queens guy. I want to talk about the other name that is in this movie that you'll recognize, and that is Joel McHale.
Oh, hey, they have meat sticks.
Joel McHale is basically just Joel McHale.
Can't stay angry forever.
Let's go through a quick plot outline for you. Now, Becky's mom dies maybe a year ago, and douchebag Joel McHale takes her out to the cabin in the woods, a family's cabin, to meet her soon-to-be new mom and stepbrother.
Made a mistake. So many mistakes.
Kevin James, looking very badass as a white supremacist, breaks out of prison with his gang, and they go to the same house, oddly enough, because there is a key hidden in that house, and it's very important to the Brotherhood, although that's never explained how or why. Becky, turns out, she found the key a while back and now wears it around like a necklace, and now the fight is on for the Aryans to get it from her. What takes place from this point is basically Die Hard, with a girl taking out the worst gang of Aryan Brotherhood members ever. I mean, you got orange camo guy who's afraid of dogs. You got fat Aryan guy who falls in the water and can't swim. You've got this one big guy, I mean really big guy, and while he's huge, he doesn't like killing kids, so that kind of makes that part a little hard.
I'm done.
And then finally you got Kevin James, who gets his eye taken out the first time he meets Becky, and then trying to get that eye taken care of, it turns into like a comedy moment for some odd reason.
You ready? Just do it.
Is the problem? You fucking kidding me? The real reason to watch this movie is to see Kevin James doing what Joel McHale can't, and that is do something very different.
Oh, you forgot you hated me for a minute, huh?
There's one scene where they talk about how long he's waited to get his hands on that key.
9 years, 4 months, and 2 days. You know what that is? That's 54,538 waking hours.
Now, I should point out that the math checks out. That's right, I did the math. What turns out is you learn two things. One, Aryans apparently pretty good at some instant math. And number two, even while in prison, it's still important to make sure you get your 8 hours of sleep. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, is the movie good, entertaining? Yeah, it's entertaining. There's a lot of action. There's a lot more gore than you might expect from something like this. And it's good, although a little formulaic. I hope they turn this into a Broadway musical, and that Kevin James does something even more different, and he decides he's going to reprise his role and do a musical, and then he can do that hit song, 54,538 waking hours. That's how long the Brotherhood waited to get the key. I'm already buying a ticket to that. Hey, this is Bob Bedore. Check out all the other great movies on this year's 31 Screams. We'll see you soon.